Grapes are sweet, juicy, and simple fruits. Yet, with time, they can transform into one of humanity's oldest and most celebrated drinks, wine. But how does this magical transformation happen? The answer lies in the invisible work of chemistry and biology, specifically the process of fermentation. Today, we'll uncover how grapes turn into wine, molecule by molecule. It all begins in the vineyard. Grapes are filled with natural sugars, mainly glucose and fructose. These sugars are the essential fuel for fermentation. As the grapes ripen, their sugar content rises and their acidity drops, creating the perfect balance for winemaking. The skins of grapes also carry natural yeasts, tiny microorganisms that play the starring role in fermentation. To release their sugars, grapes are crushed. This produces juice, known as must, which contains water, sugars, acids, and bits of skin and seeds. Traditionally, grapes were crushed by foot. Today, machines do the job. Either way, the goal is the same, to create a sugary liquid environment where fermentation can begin. Fermentation begins when yeast cells feed on the sugars in grape juice. Yeast is a type of fungus, and during fermentation, it converts glucose and fructose into two main products, alcohol and carbon dioxide. The simplified chemical equation looks like this: sugar, ethanol, plus CO2 plus energy. This reaction is what transforms grape juice into wine. But fermentation isn't just about making alcohol. Yeast also produces hundreds of other compounds in tiny amounts, esters, acids, and phenols, that shape the flavor, aroma, and texture of wine. For example, esters can give fruity notes like apple or banana, while tannins from grape skins provide bitterness and structure. This is why wines from different grapes, regions, and fermentation styles taste so unique. Winemakers carefully control fermentation conditions. Temperature affects flavor. Cooler fermentation preserves fruity aromas, while warmer fermentation creates deeper flavors. Oxygen levels influence yeast activity. Even the choice of yeast strain, wild or cultured, changes the outcome. This is where science meets artistry. Fermentation continues until the yeast runs out of sugar, or until winemakers stop the process. The result is a liquid containing alcohol, acids, and flavor molecules, all balanced together. At this stage, the drink is officially wine, though it often undergoes aging to refine its taste. The chemistry of fermentation has shaped human history. Wine has been a part of rituals, celebrations, and trade for over 8,000 years. Behind every glass of wine is not just culture, but science, the partnership between grapes, yeast, and chemistry. So why do grapes turn into wine? Because yeast transforms sugar into alcohol, carbon dioxide, and a rich tapestry of flavors through fermentation. It's a natural chemical process that turns something simple, a grape, into something extraordinary, wine. The next time you see a vineyard or sip a glass of wine, remember, it's chemistry in action.